This old house. Shopping for a new homeowner? We'll show you what tools make a great gift.
And the tool I never go anywhere without is my multi-tool. It gives you needle nose, it gives you knife.
Welcome to St. Pete.
Thanks. I grew up just down the road, so I really feel at home here.
Very cool.
We're going to do some Florida-friendly native plants here, and then for a focal point for them to be able to view at while they're relaxing on the porch, a butterfly garden inside the hardscape area.
I love that idea.
And this front door swings in the wrong way. I'm going to work with Nathan Gilbert and show you how to fix it.
So we'll take the hinges and mortise them in on this side,
Yeah.
and then we'll Dutchman in with the old strike plate and deadbolt work.
Hi there, I'm Kevin O'Connor, and welcome back to Ask This Old House, where our guys are standing by, ready to answer all of your questions. So keep them coming. Hey, good morning, Tommy. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
All right. So you guys got the email
Absolutely.
from Maureen, Kansas City. She's got a son, first-time home buyer. She's trying to figure out what to buy him, sort of get him started. You guys have given us some thought. What do you think?
Well, I get that question asked a lot, but it's really a hard question to answer because you don't know the skill level of the person that you're telling them to buy the tools for. I always say if they have some talent or some desire to use the tools,
Like
get
us.
them.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind is a drill driver. All right, this is a drill that you lock it in and it'll drill a hole, or you can set the clutch and use it as a screwdriver.
So sort of versatile, that can do both things
Right.
for you.
Now this is battery operated. Another thing, if you're thinking about a battery operated tool, lots of these manufacturers have an assortment of tools that work off the same battery.
And obviously you're going to go with one that's got a battery that can come out and can be recharged. A second one can be working it. I mean,
Exactly.
all
Yep,
right.
yep.
Good. Like that idea.
Good quality hand tools. You want to have a good quality level. You don't want a cheap one. Tape measure. You can't go without a tape measure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get anything smaller than a 16.
Yeah.
Good utility knife. A good quality screwdriver will last longer. You can also get a multi-point screwdriver, which is good with a magnetic tip on it.
And you need all different sizes too. You know, it's just amazing how many times you need this little one. You can never find it when you need it. But
Yeah,
it's,
right.
Chances are Tommy's got
That's
it.
right. For me, it's about wrenches. There's always some nut or something you have to tighten up, and
Like
so
us.
yeah, like all these
Hey,
nuts.
hey.
So these are adjustable open ends, a small one, a large one. It's amazing how many times you can use these. You should either have these open ends or box wrenches like this at least to get some of it.
Right.
Okay.
And when you've got something like this, I mean, obviously the set is essential.
Absolutely.
You can't just have
If
one
you're
or
missing
two.
two or three of them, it's really
Those
bad.
are always the ones you're going to need. Right?
And then I always love a pair of plumber's pliers. It seems like there's always something to tighten up in the plumbing world. And the tool I never go anywhere without is my multi-tool. It gives you
interesting, right?
It gives you needle nose, it gives you knife. Everybody's got it. So the only issue is I wear it all the time. If I'm wearing a suit, I still have it on, right? But I've forgotten, so now I'm in double digits. I've given these up to TSA. I'm now over 10.
I'm in that club.
Boy, that's a lot of multi-tools. Hey, good
guys.
morning, Jen.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
So did you have a chance to think about the email as well?
These
Look
are my
at
favorite.
you.
You got to get some high quality hand pruners. I use this on every site.
Really? Okay. And so what are you looking for in a pair of pruners?
I love this pair of pruners because it's heavy. It could cut perennials and woody shrubs.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's so many uses you could use it on a job.
So it really doesn't matter what tool you're buying for anybody in any level, but buy them a high quality tool. That tool will make their job easier and it will make them work a little better.
Absolutely.
Don't cheap out. All right. Good information. I think Maureen's going to be well served by that. And Jen, you're actually getting on the road, right? Where are you headed?
I'm headed to my home state, Florida.
Oh, nice. What do you have going on down there?
Responding to an email, working on a design project with an old buddy.
Nice.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Jen. Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to finally meet you, too.
Welcome to St. Pete.
Thanks. I grew up just down the road, so I really feel at home here.
Very cool.
So you emailed me about your backyard.
Yes. We finally kind of got the inside the way we want it, and now we're wanting to focus on the outside to have an entertainment area, a little bit more room, and we needed help with a design plan.
Right. So I reached out to my local landscape designer, Jacques, and he is working out back right now. Wow, look at all the work that's already been done. Jacques,
Jen, good morning. How
so
are
good
you?
to see you.
Dave,
Jacques.
good to see you again.
So this project is budget driven.
Yes, we bought the house a year ago, so we're just trying to keep costs down.
And in order to help Dave achieve this goal, we've broke this project into several rooms.
Okay.
Come on over, I'll show you. Here we have room 1. This is going to be an entertainment area for them to enjoy year-round.
This is a really nice sized patio to entertain. So there's enough room for table, a couple chairs to chill.
Oh yeah.
So what about room 2?
Let me show you. We're going to do some Florida-friendly native plants here, and then for a focal point for them to be able to view at while they're relaxing on the porch, a butterfly garden inside the hardscape area. Right
I love that idea. It's not just a focal point. You're really going to experience the garden by traveling through these meandering paths, and they cruise you all the way over to here. I love it.
Thanks.
So what about rooms 3 and 4?
Rooms 3 and 4 will be accomplished at a later date. Over here we're going to have a relaxation area, and 4 will be an exit entry point to the rear of the property.
All right, so this is why it's so important to have a master plan, especially when it's budget driven, right?
Yes.
So what we're going to do is implement rooms 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 could happen at a later date.
All right.
So let's get started because there is a lot of work to do here.
Let's do it. Work's already started here on room number 1. Dave had an existing concrete patio that we're going to resurface with a decorative concrete overlay. It's a multi-day job, so Devin and his crew were here a few days ago and started by applying a dark tinted base coat, a taped tile pattern, and then a lighter tinted texture coat. That's the tinted sealer that's going on right now. See how he rotates his wrist as he sprays? That will help give the concrete random variation that mimics natural materials. Now that the sealer is cured, they can pull the tape to reveal simulated grout lines.
Look at that.
Then he can clean it up and apply a final top coat.
Wow, this looks amazing.
So cool.
Let's give it a couple hours dry time, and while that's happening, let's get started with room number 2.
All right, let's go get planting, guys.
We're going to be burying these plants and having them about 2 inches above grade so that they're not smothered by the pine straw that's going on later. We're going to loosen the root balls as they go in the ground. All these plants have come with a nice slow release fertilizer already embedded in them from the nursery.
I love the look of these Coontie palms, plus they're native to Florida. Nice. Beauty.
All right, I'm pretty happy with this. There we go. Good deal.
Let's get going on the butterfly garden.
Jen, I think the butterflies are going to be calling us pretty soon.
They're already here.
They're anxiously awaiting their new garden.
Why wouldn't they? They've got these great pollinator and butterfly-friendly plants in here. Pine needles.
This is eco-friendly.
You can't get a more natural mulch than this.
Right along. For the path, we're going to use pine bark mulch.
This is such a great transformation.
You know what? I'm really loving room 2 and working on with your budget. We really try to use what we had. So your magnolia, we just accentuated with the kuntai, some grasses, added a few crepe myrtles and iris. It's amazing.
Florida friendly and Florida native. This landscaping should last you a lifetime, Dave.
Yeah, we love this butterfly garden over here.
I saw at least 3 or 4 fly through earlier. I love it. The colors really make it pop.
Still loving the flamingos, Dave.
Thank you.
Let's go check out room 1, see how it came out.
Just a few hours ago, it just looked like a plain slab, and now it looks like tile. This is a really cool process.
Yeah, it is.
And then and check it out. We've added the shade sail, and all we had to do was anchor it to the building and to a post.
Jen, thank you so much for coming down to Florida. I'm just blown away.
Well, it's really nice being home, and thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks
Good
for
to see you,
Thanks
Jen.
for helping. All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Nice transformation, Jen. Looks like Dave was a happy customer right
He
there.
was very happy. He had many wishes.
Yeah, he had a long list and a small budget.
Right. So we had to come up with a master design plan. And based off that plan, we figured out what we could install.
I mean, that's the beauty of a big plan, right? I mean, you can plan for the whole thing,
Yep.
and you can work on just what you can afford and pick up the rest later.
Absolutely. But you don't do it backwards. You work your way out, right?
Right.
So the biggest transformation for me was that concrete pad. That was cool. I had not seen that before.
It was a very cool process. I mean, we applied the acrylic concrete and then sprayed a couple coats of color and put a sealant on top, and then the reveal when you pulled up the tape. It was really neat.
That was my favorite part. I mean, I thought that was fantastic. You had a piece of concrete that you turned into a patio with lines and looked like tile.
People are going to want to do that, Mark, right?
absolutely.
And so they're going to look at their pads in all these terrible conditions. Like, how
Right.
bad can a pad be?
Right.
And you think you could still do that?
So the only thing I would think of is if the pad was cracked up. I don't think that would be any good. But, you know, hairline cracks, no big deal. I think if I saw a crack maybe a ½ inch or more,
Yep.
I'd probably back away. But hairline cracks, I bet you that stuff just covers it nicely.
½ inch or more, that crack, not going to be able to repair it. You think it's just going to keep telegraphing through?
It just telegraphs through. It's either a structural crack or, again, it's something that's under the pad that gets pushed up and breaks the crack. So it's usually going to reoccur.
So really just to dress up something that's already in good shape.
Yeah, yeah. But I thought that was great. I mean,
Yeah.
what a showpiece.
Really nice transformation.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well done.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, Jen.
Yeah, very.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Kevin.
Nathan.
Hey, Kim.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Welcome back, and I guess what? Congratulations. He's a graduate now from our first class, if you will, of apprentices.
It was a class, but he was a student that knew a lot more.
Yeah,
than,
you're a little bit more than apprentice. You had quite a bit of experience.
Yeah, I grew up, my father's a general contractor, so I was on the job site all the time learning something.
Well, good. Well, like I said, welcome back. What are you two looking at?
Well, we're looking at an email from a homeowner. This is his new front door. I would say, maybe 4 or 5 years old.
That's pretty good.
And he put it in, but he wants to change the swing.
Oh, so he wants it to open the other way, huh?
Yeah, he wants to swing into the left.
And what do you think goes into that, looking at this
It'd be a
picture?
big job.
Yeah, there could be a lot of stuff to change. Hinges from the right to the left. If we have to swap the hardware, cutting new holes, Dutchmaning the old ones in.
Filling them in, yep, yep. And it's hard to tell from the picture if it's a solid wood door, 1.75 inches thick, 6'8" high. That could be a very heavy door, moving around. A couple of guys doing that could help. You got to deal with the bevel on the door, on the swing side of the door, where the hardware is. There's a slight bevel, so it goes into the opening. If that's the case, you're going to have to introduce another bevel on the other side of the door.
Right.
And you can't reverse this door if it's a wood door. So, you know, a lot of things to look at, a lot of things to discuss.
So, we're going to take a look at it?
I think we're going to take a ride out there and see what the homeowner has in mind.
You let Nathan ride along?
Yeah,
Yeah.
take a ride with me.
Nice. If he gives you any trouble, just let me know.
Will do.
Hey, Casey,
How you doing,
are
Tom? Good. Thanks for getting back to my email. Thank
My
you.
pleasure. Say hi to Nathan.
Recognize you from the other episodes.
Yeah, so tell us about this front door. I know you wrote us and said it was a relatively new door.
It is, yeah, we have a split entry house, and the stairs going up is pretty much where we're going every time we come in. But coming in, it's not that difficult, but going out of the house, it makes it really tricky when you're carrying kids and everything else to get in and out of the house. And I was wondering if there's any way to change the swing direction so it opens and makes it a little bit easier to get in
All
and
right,
out.
so you want the door to have the handle here and swing in that way.
Yeah,
Well,
if
you know,
that-
that
that's-
kind of
if
makes
that's
more
possible.
sense. Well, what do you think? Take a look.
Oh, it looks like a nice light fiberglass door. Same
agree.
on both sides. We could flip the hinges, flip the hardware right around. We don't have to cut new stuff in.
Right? That would be a big job if we had to do that. How
There's
about a bevel?
No bevel on the edge.
That's
Looks
good.
pretty square. So we'll take the hinges and mortise them in on this side.
Yeah.
And then we'll Dutchman in where the old strike plate and deadbolt were.
Exactly, and then drill holes on the other side for those.
Okay.
And now on the bottom of the door, I see this weather strip. Actually, you can see the bigger part of the weather strip, the bulb that's hanging down,
Yeah.
goes against this face of the threshold. I think
Okay.
if you just take that off and turn it around and attach it to the bottom of the door, you'll be in good shape.
All right.
I got to say, this is a pretty easy project, and I think you can handle it yourself.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty easy fix.
All right, well, if you got any questions or problems, give me a call. Casey, you're in good hands.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right, let's pull the pins and get this thing started.
Okay.
All right, take it towards you, roll it back. Nice. Now we need to unscrew the hinges, flip them over, and since the holes won't line up, we're going to fill those and drill new ones. Okay. All right, let's flip this over and go after the hardware. Now we need to reverse the striker so the bevel goes towards the jam side. All right, you want to hold a little pressure on the back here?
Sure.
Perfect. Now let's do the deadbolt. So the deadbolt's square, so we don't need to flip that over. All we need to do is reverse the keyed side, put that to our new outside. And while we have the door down, we should change the direction of the sweep. Now we're ready to get started on the jam. As you remember, your door used to swing in and to the right, and now we're going to swing in to the left. We want to transfer our layout from the left to the right, and how we want to do that is from the top down. To the top of the hinge to the bottom for each one, and transfer those marks over.
Is that you're going to transfer the strike plate as well?
I'm going to hold off on transferring these marks right now. I want to get the door swinging and make sure it's exactly where it's going to line up when it shuts. Now I just want to make sure that I have the right width for the hinge. Now we can make our patch. I'll start by squaring off the old hinge mortises with a chisel. All right, on these little gaps, I'm going to put a little bit of glue. When I sand it, that powder will work its way into it and make kind of like a little putty. Blend it right in. Now I want to hit these Dutchmen with a little bit of primer. So the hinge has a little bit of a radius to it, so I'm going to trace that profile, drill that out, and clean up the rest. All right, let's move this thing inside.
Yep.
it up. Down a little bit. Right there. All right, pull out just a little bit. Right there. All right, let's close the door and let's check the reveal around the sides. See how it looks. Looks pretty good across the top. How's it look down the side?
Looks pretty level.
All right, great. All right, one last thing to do. We got to attach the deadbolt and the strike plate for the knob. So one little trick I like to do to help center for the strike plate is I put a little graphite right on the end. And when you close it, that'll rub right against the jamb. Open it up. You'll see the graphite's left behind. So now we'll just find the center and drill our hole. See how it latches. Looks pretty good, huh? Nice and tight.
Nice, yeah.
All right, so the last thing is the deadbolt. Same little trick. We're gonna open it up, put a little graphite on the end of it, just around the edges. All right, Casey, you're all set. Give it a try.
All right, let's see what we did. Open right to the stairs. That's great. Coming down. Perfect. No more dancing around the door. It's great.
It's the little details like this that a lot of people overlook, and it'll make your life a lot easier.
It will. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
All right. Look pretty good there, Nathan. Of course, my opinion doesn't matter. Pops, what do you think?
I saw some things that I probably would do a little bit different.
It was swinging.
It was swinging, you know. That's. But all in all, I think you did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Come on, you approve?
I approve. Maybe we'll put you on a couple of road trips here and there.
That sounds pretty good.
He's inviting you back,
Up
huh?
for the challenge.
I think it'd be a great idea to have Nathan come
I do
back,
too.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep your letters and your emails coming. We'd love to hear from you. And until Nathan and the rest of us are back, we'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Kevin O'Connor
I'm Nathan Gilbert.
And I'm Tom Silva.
for Ask This Old House.
Nice job.
Thank you very much.
A high five. Next time on Ask This Old House.
I'm headed to Johnson Space Center to see how NASA's work on the International Space Station may change the way you live in your future house.
This basement window has seen better days, but the fix isn't as complicated as you may think. I'll show you what to do. And now I'm going to score it. I want to push down firmly and make one cut and one cut only.
And I'll give you the recipe to make your own concrete.
Ask This Old House has much more to show you. To watch full episodes anytime, go to pbs.org/askthisoldhouse. And join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This Old House magazine, the companion to the television series, provides trusted information from our team of experts. Use your credit card to order 10 issues for $10. Call 1-800-221-5900 to subscribe.